Alright guys, I'm going to try another one of these recap videos looking through all my pictures and whatnot. And I do have a playlist of I think it's called Full Resto on the 85, 86, whatever, Honda 350X. So got some notes here and trying to go through all my pictures and see what I've got. I want to just go through the whole thing from start to where I am now, just because I wasn't really into YouTube until I started doing the three-wheelers, and this was the first three-wheeler I bought. So anyway, just a quick how I got interested in three-wheelers. My dad and my uncle. My dad had purchased I think it was 3 full frames with motors, 350Xs, all 85s, off of one of his cousins, and 2 or 3 truckloads of parts, fenders, like all sorts of extra stuff. If he still had that shed full of stuff these days, I mean, you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. But anyway, long story short, they put 2 of them together, built 2 good bikes, and they rode them around for years. And up until when I was a little kid, I was born in 1990, so they had them in the early to mid 90s. And I remember from when I was a kid, and I was always really interested in one. Always wanted to have one. And in 2012, 13, I deployed to Afghanistan. Came back, had a little extra money, and decided I'll post that on Craigslist. I did some searches, couldn't really find what I was looking for. I wanted a 350X. Didn't really know the difference between the 85 or the 86, so I was willing to gamble on either one. So I posted an ad, and months went by. I never heard anything else. Kind of forgot about it. Was still doing research on the fenders and upgrades and what it would be like to restore one and blah blah blah. Anyway, out of the blue, a guy texts me and says, "Hey, I went to work for the week. I think it was like 10 or 12-year-old son traded like a brand new like 80 or 100cc Articat four-wheeler for this 85 350X." So he said, "I saw you had an ad posted saying that you wanted one. So if you want to come check it out, I've got it or whatever." So he wanted to just basically get rid of it and make some of his money back. He was looking for a little bit more cash than I had on hand, so I ended up trading him a pistol, and I think it was like 150 bucks. When I got it, it had broken studs in the exhaust, but he brought it on a lawnmower trailer, and it was cold, like it hadn't been ran recently or whatever. No choke or none of that, and I jumped on it and kickstarted it just to see if it would run, and then rocked it through the gears, and that was it. But so I knew it was going to be a good running bike. I just needed to fix these broken exhaust studs. But it came with a extra head, so I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll buy it, I'll pick it up, whatever." I brought it home, started cleaning it up and whatnot. So these first couple pictures are what he sent me. He texted me a couple pictures, and then I'll show you a couple pictures from when I very first bought it, and then I'll kind of start going through the issues and what I was doing when I first got it. Okay, so as you can see, it was in pretty rough shape when I bought it. It had newer Meyer fenders. Someone had painted some flames and clear coated, so I cleaned all that stuff off. The seat was pretty well shot, but the foam was still good. So I got on eBay and got one of the eBay seat covers, and it was the first time I'd done it. A buddy of mine messed around and tried to do the body work. Did a pretty decent job. Left some of the dents just because it was going to be way too much Bondo. But at this point, it was just going to be like a rider bike in pretty good shape and like very mechanically sound. Went through and did rear bearings. What else did I do? I swapped heads. So I bought a top end gasket kit. First time I ever taken a head or anything off of a three-wheeler or anything like that. So it was pretty interesting, kind of learning that kind of stuff and whatnot. I ended up the timing chain was really loose when I put it back together. So I got on eBay and didn't really know what I was doing. So I thought you had to split the cases to change the timing chain or the cam chain, whatever you want to call it. So I tried to go the easy route and get the manual adjuster. I'm sure you guys can see them online. I might try to find a picture to throw in this video. But I put it together just to see what it would do. And I put it all together. And so I'll show you a couple quick clips of the cleanup process, pulling the motor and pulling all the other stuff. I think I did steering stem bearings, swing arm bearings, and I think rear axle bearings, and probably threw a chain on it or whatever. It was just nitty gritty, didn't really know what I was doing, wanted to throw it together, I really wanted to ride it. So I'll show you those pictures and then we'll move on. So I can't find the video clip, but I had a video clip of when I first got the tank all painted, first put it on, first fire up, had it run in or whatever like that. But I, for some reason, lost the video. I've had a couple different phones, the iPad, cameras, computers. I've had a lot of different things between then and now. This was 2013 when I bought it, and now it's 2016. So it's been a while, and I've moved like 3 times, 4 times, whatever. So long story short, I put it together. It ran. I think I was on leave, or I got done work early or something like that. And I was super stoked to get my last part. I forget what it was, maybe like a chain or something like that. Didn't have my brakes hooked up or anything like that, and put everything together, threw my axle in, threw the tires on, was like, okay, you know, I'm just going to take this thing for a spin up the driveway, because I haven't ridden it yet. I rode around the yard once, but I didn't want to ride it at all with no exhaust on it, so I just wanted to see if it would go through the gears. So I had front brakes hooked up, but I didn't have the rear brakes hooked up. I had them tied up to the wheelie bar, or the grab bar in the back. And as I'm getting ready to leave my driveway, it's a long L-shaped driveway, and there's a fence on either side, exiting like a gate or whatever. And so I was in like second or third gear, like really giving it to her. I just put this thing together, and I was super excited. And I heard a clunk. So naturally, I turn around to look, and I was assuming that the brake caliper had fallen off the piece of tie wire that was tied to the grab bar. Well, by the time I looked back up, I was heading straight towards the fence. So I tuck and rolled and ended up bending the axle and rolling it a couple times and broke my wrist. And ended up being a pretty big ordeal. So at that point, I was just really discouraged. I decided, screw it, I'm going to pull every single piece off of this thing. I'm going to look into powder coating. I'm going to look into a full engine restore. I'm going to learn everything there is to do about these. Meanwhile, I was buying other 3-lures, a 125M, a couple 70s, a 250SX. So I was starting to get into the ATC scene. So that's when the real fun really began. I got a bunch of pictures on here of, I mean, quite a bit. I wish I'd kind of done it in a process, but now I'm putting all the videos together and trying to make it one, you know, real good video of where I started. So first thing I did was a full strip from the frame. All the bearings came out. Took it to final touch powder coating in Spring Lake, North Carolina. They did excellent work. They fixed any of the cracks in the frame, and they ground them back down. I wish I had gusseted it, but I didn't know about gusseting at the time. The frame wasn't broke. There was just a few little small stress cracks behind the rear seat. It is an 86 motor on an 85 frame, so I switched all the rear end parts over to 86 style. New carrier, new bearings. Let me see here. Then I pulled the motor apart, first time ever, split cases. Me and my buddy downloaded the manual, printed it all out, grabbed a 30-pack beer, and sat in my garage and tore everything apart, labeled everything, put it all on shelves, and then had to do that to take it to the powder coaters. Got the whole bottom end powder coated, every new seal that you could possibly still buy, OEM, the thrust washers, you know, I'm saying oil seals, bearings, crank bearings, everything. Everything is brand new in that bottom end. And then after I got here, you've seen my video since I've been here, I finished the top end. Ended up doing megacycles cam, set mine out to get reground, put that in, blah, blah, blah. So basically 100% new motor, all powder coated, looking really nice, just needs finished up or whatever. So meanwhile, what I ended up doing was buying, I got like a list of parts here. I bought a DID cam chain, fork boots, but I haven't rebuilt the forks yet, so that'll be another thing that's kind of needing to be done. And I bought all new Meyer fenders. I bought a really, really nice OEM seat off, I think it was a Facebook page or whatever like that. Fender seat. I bought obviously new chains, sprockets, and during all this, I've moved a few times. I bought a rebuilt shock with a powder coated spring. Of course, showed you guys the new piston and rings and all that kind of stuff. Had it honed, did a valve job, valve seals, full top end kit. So the motor's tight, and every bearing on the frame, in the frame, and motor is brand new. A lot of all balls for like the body parts or whatever you want to call them, or suspension parts, like the swing arm bearings, steering stem bearings. I think I used quadboss rear axle bearings, and then all the motor bearings and all the seals except for one seal that's discontinued. They're all OEM, and then I had to buy one China seal. So I'll go ahead and show you as many pictures that I can find on that. +4 Durablu axle. I mean, I went all out, powder coated everything. Maybe the pictures will show you more. I probably forgot some stuff, I'm sure. And then at the end of the video, I'll probably just do a quick recap of what I've got left. As you guys know, I'm getting ready to deploy to the Middle East, active duty in the Army, so that kind of puts a damper on things. It's getting ready to head to storage. Might run out there and try to get a quick video on it of exactly where I'm at now, because I just set the motor in the frame and stuff. But We'll see you guys after the rest of these pictures. Okay, so as you guys can see, and a lot of these pictures, if you kind of look closely, you can see like the garage, and you can tell that I've been in 3 different houses and 2 different states since I started this thing. It's all been in big boxes. I've taken every piece off, every bolt, every nut, everything apart. It's all in bins. It's all labeled. So when I do get to where okay, I want to start working on it. When I did this top end this year, it was a huge pain in the ass digging through all these parts. They're all labeled and stuff, so they're not hard to find. But figure out what goes where, and remembering and grabbing the manual. So if I get back from this deployment, I'm going to dump a little bit more money into it, and I'm going to finish it. And I know it'll be done the right way, and it'll be done my way. So basically what I got to do when I get back is finish up the motor. It's got oil in it or whatever. It's got the break-in oil on all the cam and all that kind of stuff. So just finish topping off oil. I want to look and see if Royal Purple or maybe one of the more high-performance ATV companies has like a really good oil because it's got all new seals. See what's compatible, see what's the best, and then just always run that one kind of oil. Once I get that motor done and fired up, I'll probably fire it up on an OEM carb. We've got a couple of those kicking around, and then I'll switch over to the 400EX carb and tune it that way. Apart from that, I still have to rebuild the front forks, which I've done a big red set now, so they're not that intimidating. So I'll just get the seals, and I already have boots, and I've already shined the fork lowers, aluminum polish them, and everything like that. I've still got a couple of tanks. One's in like really good shape dent wise, and one's pretty shitty dent wise. They're both already sandblasted. The shitty part is the one that's in pretty good shape or really good shape has a few pinholes in the bottom, and then the other one has a huge dent in the corner, and you can see where someone welded it and ground it and does all this other stuff. So I'm probably going to try to see if I can find somebody reasonable to do the body work and just get them both done, and then that way I'll have an extra tank kicking around. The insides have already been cleaned with vinegar and treated and coated with oil and stuff like that because they've been in storage for a long time. I bought a 400EX exhaust, well, at least a header, and a couple of stock pipes, but I'm probably not going to run those. So I got to do a little bit of research and see what I'm going to do as far as an actual muffler or pipe or baffle, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to modify the 400EX header to work. It's the same diameter and same distance between ports. It's just the piece that bolts it to the head is different. So I'm just going to cut it behind the shield, get it set where I want it, put the 350X ones on, and then I'll probably just tack it with my MIG and then take it to a professional weld shop, because I don't have TIG abilities here, and I'll just have them stainless steel TIG it, and it'll be done with, and then we'll fit the rear part of the exhaust however I figure it out. And then I just got to do brakes and get that tank on. And apart from that, you know what I mean, throw the chain on, it's all there. Get that 400EX carburetor tuned. I got a couple air boxes, so I could do a little bit of experimenting with drilling holes in the covers, or running without a cover, or running with a cover, and really see what's going to be the my best option. So anyway, I'm trying not to make this video too long, but hope you guys enjoy. If I forgot anything, you'll probably see pictures of it. I'll probably try to copy and paste my notes here. It's kind of gibberish, just real quick to show you guys what I was working on, and try to space it out between pictures, because I had to do clips and then put pictures and then do another clip, pictures, clip, and whatnot. So, but anyway, check it out. Rusty glove box. Got your sticker up on the wall here. It's just duct tape there, but I thought it'd be a cool little add-on for the first video with one of my YouTube stickers. Not permanent. I've obviously still got the sticky stuff left on it, so I'll pull it off when I leave this house here in a couple weeks. And when I get settled in somewhere, I'll make a real sticker board. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Please hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit all those buttons. Give me a like, a dislike. You know what I mean? Explain to me why. Say good job, say bad job, whatever. I just like feedback. I'm enjoying the YouTube videos, and hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. All right, guys. So just real quick, here's where we're at right now. There was another quick teaser in another video. Still need to do rear tires. I think I have all new cables for it. I still want to build a whole new wiring harness. The one that was on there worked, but a lot of it's corroded. But check out this motor in that frame. It's dusty. It's been sitting out here. Got the air box fitted on. Just got to look for the little rubber grommet that goes on the frame. All the new seat rubbers and stuff that you can see here, all these are new. A lot of the bolts in the frame are new. Everything else has been ground down, either powder coated or cleaned up real nice. Found this switch. It was basically new old stock, something my uncle had. Probably goes to like a 4-track something. Everything's the same except for it's got a start button. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. Might take it out or leave it, or try to hook it up to like a horn or something goofy. It's got a pretty nice headlight on it. Still got to do different front different handlebars. I don't like those. I got new bulbs for the headlight. I think I'm going to leave the front tire stock for now. It's in pretty good shape. I'm going to do rear rims for sure, and rear tires. Haven't decided what I'm going to go with. But this is basically where I'm at right now, and this is where it's going to stay. I mean, it's going to go in storage, so it'll be in this condition when I get back. And hopefully I'll have a little bit of extra cash, and I'll be able to get motivated to finish it again. And yeah, this thing tends to sit for a few months here and there, and then get worked on for a few weeks, and then get put on the back burner again. Garage is looking pretty empty. See, all my toys are gone already. Here's the fenders and the nice OEM seat, original cover and everything. So anyway, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.